Please revise the chart.
Yeah, I will just revise just the outline of it.
तो फिर वो संक्षेप में एक बार हो जाएगा ना, तो then they can follow much.
I want to summarize what I learned.
Very good. So you do it.
You want to summarize?
What I did my 7.5-year-old daughter, granddaughter.
Oh, you mean what you did?
I told her the Manduk Upanishad. She followed.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
So you can summarize, and then if you miss something, I will say.
Can you summarize?
Yeah, then you can go in detail.
Yeah, that will be even better.
So rather than scare everybody, big thick books.
Because that is more important what you have digested.
Appa, you don't want to come here?
No, that's his place.
He likes to meditate.
पहले मंत्र पढ़ लें फिर.
No, sure, of course, we have to do that. So we start with these prayers, and I can send you that too. So let's start with that. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Not to interrupt you, but when I was very little, my mom used to say this, and we used to say it with her. And then one day she said, "Kya bol rahi ho?" Because I used to say, "Mom, vidva rahe."
Vidvishavahai.
I didn't know the difference. I was saying, "Ma vidva rahe," and then she stopped it.
Oh my God. Chalo, I'm glad you know better. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyaj Pradhanam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. That was closing prayer, so we are done. Right?
Right.
We'll do the Shanti part of. So there, every Upanishad has a Shanti part. It starts in the beginning. So we just do that before wherever we picked up from, but we do the Shanti part. So shall we do it together?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Or you will say do it first. That is.
I thought you guys know it now.
No.
No,
You always say it first. Always better.
Okay. Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunyam Devaha. Om Bhadram Karne Vishrunyam Devaha. Bhadram Pashye Makshabhirya Chatraha. Bhadram Pashye Makshabhirya Chatraha. Stirai Range Sushtu Vagam Sastanubhihi. Stirai Range Sushtu Vagam Sastanubhihi. Vyashema Devahitam Yadayu. Vyashema Devahitam Yadayu. Swastina Indro Vridashavaha. Swastina Indro Vridashavaha. Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha. Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha. Swastina Staksharyo Arishtanemihi. Swastina Staksharyo Arishtanemihi. Swastina Bruhaspatir Dadhatu. Swastina Bruhaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I want to read that English translation.
O ye gods, may we hear with our ears always what is auspicious. O worshipful ones, may we with our eyes see always what is auspicious. May we live the entire length of our allotted life, hale and hearty, offering our praises unto thee. May Indra, the ancient and the famous, Pusan's son, the all-knowing, the lord of swift motion Vayu, who saves us from all harms, and Brahaspati, who protects the spiritual wealth in us, bless us with the intellectual strength to understand the scriptures and the heroic heart to follow the teachings. Om, peace be, peace be, peace be.
Okay, great. So, you want to?
Okay. So the way I understood this was the whole thing is Om. If you say A-U-M and give emphasis on A and then U and then M and a silence, those are the four states. A is the Jagrat state. When you are awake, that is A. So normally when you pronounce Om, you put an emphasis first time on A and say Om. Then the second state is the dream state, where the emphasis on U. And then M state is the deep sleep state. And the fourth state is Turiya. Now after each Om, you have to put silence, so that's when all four come in. So each of these states, Jagrat, Swapna, and deep sleep, they are all temporary. And the real state is the fourth state. And so this is why, to me, the summary is either you are there or not there. So that's the whole summary of the Mandukya Upanishad. This is Vivekananda's favorite Upanishad, the hardest Upanishad, and we are starting it because the whole Upanishad is trying to prove this is true. And that's what the whole thing.
So I'll just add a few things so that. So firstly, this is one of the smallest one. There are only 12 shlokas, but they are so power packed, and that's why this book. Look how thick it is.
Yeah.
That there's a lot to learn, but they always give it a very least amount of thing to give the maximum information, basically. So you have to open it up a lot. That's one thing. And secondly, another way to put it is that we have this God or Brahman, we call it in Vedanta. So Om is a symbol of it. So it's just if you were telling the children, you can say that you have America, but the flag represents America. So when I look at the flag, I think of the whole America. So that's another way you can live. So it's like, because it's very difficult to grasp that ultimate Brahman because it's infinite, it's everything. So humans need something to hang on to. So they coined this symbol, but that symbol is so scientific and so that it encompasses everything. So the way the Mandukya Upanishad starts is that it says that Om is everything that there always was, is, and is going to be. So it's an entire thing, and then it opens up more. And like Joe explained, that it says that it has like 4 parts. It doesn't mean that Brahman is divided into 4, but they are just explaining that there is one place called Turiya state, which is like the ultimate reality or Brahman. And the waking, dream, and deep sleep is just like experience on it. Right? So everybody getting that, right? Whatever we study. And then it explains in a little bit more detail of what each state is all about, because a human experience can be put, the entire life can be put in those 3. Is there anything beyond sleeping, dream, and deep sleep? I'm throwing a question to everybody.
Yeah.
No, right?
Only
That is
twice.
the whole evolution of the soul, in fact.
Yeah, so
From
so
grass
it is-
going
And,
up to
and
the
2
sun.
ways you can achieve it. Once you are dead, and the other you go in that state.
Right, so that's why I phrased that
So-
question. That human experience, that from birth to death, is just those 3. So it
Yeah.
takes care of all 3 in this Upanishad. Because usually when they're talking about in the West, there's every emphasis on the waking state. A little bit now they're going into dream, and deep sleep. They're kind of touching it, but here it actually tells you in detail what it is.
Okay, let me ask you something. So Mandukya Upanishad.
Yeah.
So it has only 12 shlokas. That's it. So how they're different than Vedas?
Okay, so let me just give you like a little background. So
Yeah.
Vedas we have 4 Vedas, and they are very big, and it's not easy to tackle the Vedas. So what Upanishad is, at the end of the Vedas, they have a discussion between the student and the teacher. So now the student has done everything, and he has come to a stage that he 100% believes that there is a Brahman, there is God. But now he doesn't have the final experience. So he's having a conversation, and so he's just asking some questions, and the teacher answers. So those are Upanishads, a conversation.
Also, just to start from the beginning, first came Shrutis. Shrutis means rishis, when they were meditating, they heard something. In fact, if you go watch this movie from India in Tamil Nadu, they never write these, but they are in Tamil, and there are bird sounds in them and all in the shlokas, So that was the earliest. From those evolved Vedas. From those evolved 108 Upanishads, right?
There are 108 Upanishads.
100. But then there are some which are hardest and compact. This is the hardest. So what, like you were explaining, that our way of teaching is that we start with the hardest first and then go down. Normally they teach you kindergarten, go up. Here we go hardest and go down. So whatever is your capacity, you take it. And
The
then go
idea
down.
is that the teacher is saying, if the student is so smart, I don't want to waste my time. Tell him the highest thing. If he got it, he goes. Others who didn't get it, then he goes. Then he tapers down thing, and then he
Oh, I
goes.
see.
That's the whole idea in Vedanta. But the another thing I wanted to say is, and I forgot that I was going to do the 2 Gita shlok, that I'll come back to that, and then we'll go to this. So Upanishad is like, they say Vedanta. You have heard of the word Vedanta, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Vedon ka ant, it doesn't mean finishing of Veda, but last part of the Veda. So they are the most cream of Vedas.
So
That's
they
number
say
one.
that सारे चारों वेदों का सार
Sar hai
उपनिषद
usme, yes.
right?
Upanishad
That's
mein.
what I heard.
So that's why for Upanishad you have to have a little bit background, or people get very frustrated. Because you have to believe in certain things. You have to believe in the theory of karma. You got to believe in God. And if you come with a total Nastic attitude, you will get frustrated with this. So that's why a lot of people don't last in Vedantic classes. Because then they start questioning everything, Question is okay, but you have to have some kind of background. That's number one. And then Bhagavad Gita I was coming to. So now you have so many Upanishads, right? 108. So what Krishna Bhagwan did was, he took the Upanishads 108 और उसका भी सार निकाल के उन्होंने भगवद गीता में डाला. For the practical person. For somebody who is like out in the market, who has to do a job, who has a family, so that people say, hey, like if I want to study Veda, do I have to go in the gufa? And he said, absolutely not. So that's why they chose this battleground, where people are going to kill each other. It's like that dire thing. And then he tells him, so it is like सारों का सार हो गया ना वो, because Upanishad is the वेदों का सार और भगवद गीता is उपनिषद का सार.
अब लोग जो हैं हिंदू ग्रंथ की जब बात आती है तो इंस्टेड ऑफ वेदास पीपल स्टार्टेड सेइंग गीता
because it's a sar, because Gita is very easy to, well, this is what I have to say. Gita is also extremely power packed, because that's why there are thousands of people who even today they will write commentaries, and you can take one shloka and write a whole book. So there is a tremendous depth, and you never ever get bored of Gita. You can read and read, and every time you read, you go a little deeper. There's so much to it. So it is, I think, the jewel of India. That's why they talk so much, and a lot of other philosophers, Western philosophers, they read it and all that.
Uma, sometimes please go in Hindi also, because जो हम लोग हिंदी में correct words होता है ना उसका, because of the culture, the correct words are there, so you just hit the thing.
Yeah, there are certain words. Yeah, I'll try.
English में वो very superficial sound होता है. जब हम correct words use करते हैं ना, उसका तो वो एकदम पूरा समझ में आ जाता है, क्योंकि हम लोग वो सब बचपन से सुनते आ रहे हैं ना. It's in our genes.
It just my habit is because of Chinmaya mission
तो
is in English.
वो थोड़ा ना superficial होता है ना. but you have to, to get the real deeper this thing.
Yeah, the
क्योंकि
Sanskrit
यहाँ पर
word.
तो सब हिंदी जानते हैं, कि कौन हिंदी नहीं जानते हैं?
मेरी
Everybody is grown up in Hindi. अरे you're grown up in Calcutta.
But
ना,
Hindi
India
songs
में
you
you're grown
sing
up.
and you watch Hindi movies.
Yeah.
Not too many though.
Bollywood, this is one
But
thing
you
that
follow
Bollywood
what
has
they
done.
So anyway, coming
But
back
you,
to
you won't
It's
follow
not
her
difficult.
poem she sent, That was pure Hindi.
yeah,
That
that word
holy
was
one.
nice.
Yeah. Somebody
It's
said
better
it to
than
me.
the acting.
I read it and I said, oh, it's so great. It's pure Hindi.
Oh.
Very hard to understand.
So what I do in the classes, this Upanishad sometimes is like philosophical discussion, but Bhagavad Gita brings us back to my practical life. Whatever I'm learning, how do I apply? Because only if you take a knowledge and just, oh yeah, I know what it is, and then it is like putting on a shelf and it never makes use of it. Whereas Bhagavad Gita, that's why it is so popular, because it tells you everyday practical life what you can do. So that's why what we have started doing is I pick up 2 shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. We do that first and then we go to the Upanishad. So that's what we'll start.